historic Hinkle Fieldhouse in Indianapolis, Indiana. The home court advantage has been real for the Butler Bulldogs. A tough pass today for the 17th ranked Creighton Blue Jays. Hi again, everybody. Alongside my partner, LaFonso Ellis, I'm Kevin Kugler. 3 weeks ago, these two teams played 197 combined points. Are we in for that today?
I look forward to that. You're talking about 6 guys combined, averaged over 20 points a game in that game. It was absolutely incredible. For Creighton, this is a game to keep pace. They're projected as a 4 seed, can't lose one on the road. For Butler, they find themselves in a 4-way tie for 5th place. They got to keep pace and adds a big win to their resume. Something to look forward to. Got to run Creighton off the 3-point line, make 11 a game, to have them to 9 in the last game.
Our starting lineups are sponsored by Jeep. There's only one. Baylor Shireman's one of those guys you have to run off the 3-point line. He had a points, assists, rebounds, triple-double. The first ever of that kind in Creighton history. And for the Butler Bulldogs, Pierre Brooks has done a little bit of everything. Enters this game averaging 16 points per game.
Adds some much-needed firepower, the ability to be able to shoot the 3 with deep lanes, post your drive. He's got to get to the foul line today.
Thad Matta in his 3rd season as Butler head coach. You see his record. How about his record at home? That Hinkle Fieldhouse advantage, 34-10 here as Butler head coach. But Greg McDermott's done a nice job in his career against Butler. A 13-9 record in his 14th season at the helm, looking for win number 599 in his career today. The tip controlled by the Creighton Blue Jays. And here we go for today.
Yeah, got Shireman guarding him early, and he's going to have to continue to try to get into the painted area, either off the bounce or when he's posting up.
Shireman on the drive, using that window against Jamil Telford. Shireman with his first 2.
He's so good. Most of Kalkbrenner could secure it and score.
Jays trying to get their post going here. Kalkbrenner 0 for 2 to start this game. One of those that long 3. Here's Shireman on the baseline. Splashes down the deep 2. He's got all 4 opportunity. An extra pass. Fortunate to keep it. Posh Alexander in the corner. The 3 won't go for Butler. And up the floor quickly to Shireman. 3 in transition. And Shireman 7. Butler 5. Here for Jalen Thomas.
And what that'll do is make Kalkbrenner have to honor him and get Kalkbrenner out of the painted area, which should create some opportunities for drives for Butler.
Alexander, tough fadeaway, and the first Creighton Blue Jay not named Baylor Shireman is on the 2nd rebound.
The helps and stunts from Butler have been really good here early in this game.
Kalkbrenner with the takeaway. Farabello ahead to Shireman, runs it up and in, and Baylor Shireman already with 9.
Is playing in the lane, is taking away all that back cut action. Ashworth cut off on that nice cut by him.
Shot clock under 10 again. Jays trying to get something organized. Alexander wraps it around to Kalkbrenner, who puts it up and in. First.
Man, the stunts are so good by this Butler defense.
Kalkbrenner
make one.
And he does.
Yep. So the same opportunities that have afforded Jalen Thomas.
Shireman and Kalkbrenner, 16 of the 18 Creighton points. Ashworth probing inside and able to wriggle his way in for 2.
Well, that late screen.
Kalkbrenner will try again from 3. Rattles it off. Rebound inside. How about Mason Miller? Working hard on the glass. And Miller, who averages just under 4.
And folks, Bowden Cappy doesn't shoot very many threes. That's now his 6th made 3 on 14 attempts, but his last 2 came against Creighton in Omaha.
And Ashworth with the answer. The fadeaway, he's got 4.
Just slightly.
Davis, acrobatic shot against Ashworth.
Fine shooters.
There's one. Trey Alexander drives on Kapke, muscles that one to the rim. And the Jays within 5. From 3 today with 2. Couldn't get that one to rattle home. And here come Jays now looking to push ahead to Kalkbrenner. Kalkbrenner really did a nice job of getting back out from underneath the basket into a position where he could put that one down to get the offensive rebound. The swing around to Telford. That 3 won't go, and Shireman
I'm confident if those guys would have had a bite of this bench pretzel, they would have made those last
there's
three.
no doubt. See, Trey Alexander nibbled on a pretzel during the last time out. He's on the board. 1 point. Shot clock at 10. Ashworth on the handoff. Ashworth in traffic. Nice shot by Ashworth.
Did a really nice job of reading what Jalen Thomas.
With Creighton down 1. Jays looking for their first lead since it was 11-10. Inside, it's 2 more, and Baylor Shireman does give them that first lead since 11-10. Huge break.
Dodged the bullet there.
Inbound to Davis, 1 second. Davis for 3, won't go. Halftime arrives, and Butler by 1 at the break. An entertaining and fast-paced first half in Indianapolis. 35-34. Butler with the advantage by 1. We'll send you to Rob Stone in Los Angeles for the Jeep halftime report right after this. You're watching College Hoops on Fox. NCAA tournament. Butler trying to improve their resume to get into the NCAA tournament.
4 teams at 7-7, and they're one of them, and they've got to create some separation here late. Trey Alexander creates some separation off the bounce.
Well, and he can.
Shireman, he has been aggressive, and he's got to continue to do that here in the second half.
Northeastern transfer, over 1,000 points in his 3 years there. Here's Shireman around the screen, gets the 3 to fall. Baylor Shireman with 14.
A little too strong there off the backboard.
Ashworth, the 3 in transition, pinballs out. Trey Alexander with a rebound, leaving for Shireman.
Long shots lead to long rebounds, and if you're
A lot.
usually they'll throw this over the top of the Kalkbrenner instead of a away screen.
Kalkbrenner again for 3, and this time rattles it down. Now there's the second that he's made. We'll see if the adjustment. Kalkbrenner turns it over. Alexander with the steal.
Play was to Kapke, number 33 in white, wide open in the right corner.
Creighton cash in on the turnover. Alexander will try against Kapke and finds 2 down low. He's got Bizjack pushing. Numbers for Butler. Finger roll, no. Rebound, Farabello.
I thought he should have taken one more dribble, and he would have been able to pitch that over the Telford.
Ashworth, that 3 will fall. Frustration starting to show for Butler as...
And Butler's had a very difficult time handling it. And it's been a big positive, particularly here in the second half, for the great defense.
Alexander lobbing down to Kalkbrenner. They like his matchup against Kapke. And remember, Thomas on the bench with 3 fouls.
Yeah, Kapke's Kalkbrenner on the interior.
He's got to avoid that 4th foul.
Yes.
Still 11:20 to go. They go right into Kalkbrenner, working against Thomas. Got terrific position.
That's exactly what you should do when you're playing against a big guy that has 3 fouls. You should get back in this game.
Looks like 1.5 per game. Yeah. The leading scorer for Butler. Only 2 points. Shireman gets past Brooks, drives inside for 2 more. Shireman's been outstanding.
Yes.
23 today.
And he knows that Jalen Thomas had
Davis on the switch.
matchup.
There's Ashworth. Runs it to Kalkbrenner. Kalkbrenner inside. Thomas had to just back off a slight bit.
And Kalkbrenner knew it too. And he's number 4 in white, and he was able to find Bizjack wide open in the left corner.
Maybe that'll spark this Butler offense.
And a good stops.
Shireman right inside to the teeth of that defense. You can see the frustration from Jalen Thomas.
Yeah, they're setting that little...
This is 3 won't go. And the rebound to Shireman. His 9th. Push ahead. Farabello running the floor. Alexander inside. Strong again. Through some contact, Alexander with 12.
Especially with this group being on the floor, number 4's got to get going on the offensive end.
There's Ashworth. The screen from Shireman, and he splashes his second 3 of the afternoon.
Yeah, DJ Davis, 4 in white, went under both of those screens.
Gets rid of it to Thomas. Thomas blocked by Kalkbrenner.
Got to put your inside shoulder on his chest. Show too much ball.
Oh, Trey Alexander. DJ Davis' shoulders slumped after Alexander darted to the right. Down 1 at halftime. They've outscored Butler 40-22 in the second half, holding Butler to 36% shooting. Shireman acrobatic 27 point.
But when you're as good as they've been, it's about seeding. And to be able to come and get this win on the road against a Butler team that's had a really good second season under Thad Matta, it's been impressive as Butler knocks down another three.
That's the third three of the day. He'd hit 11. Jays blew this open in the second half. Bizjack with 10 seconds to go to Moore, and the three won't go. Kalkbrenner with the rebound, his sixth. The Jays will dribble this out, and an impressive second half turns into an impressive Creighton win. 79-57. The Blue Jays get revenge for a home loss to Butler with a resounding win at Hinkle Fieldhouse.
Butler's first half-court defense was superb, but then all of a sudden Creighton started to get the basketball out in transition, and it was their transition game that got them such a huge cushion here in the second half. Well done by the Creighton Blue Jays.
Blue Jays with 4 in double figures, led by Shireman's 27-21 from that man Ryan Kalkbrenner, and a 79-57 win for the Creighton Blue Jays on the road. For LaFonso Ellis, this is Kevin Kugler saying so long for now. From Eddie, we'll send you to Rob Stone in Los Angeles. Right after this, you've been watching College Hoops on Fox. Creighton with the 22-point win.
Greg, you're down one on the road against this Butler team. What changes did you make in the second half?
You know, we talked to our team the first half. I really felt like we were making Butler do something they didn't want to do. You know, if Jalen Thomas is going to make threes and Posh is going to shoot a step-back three, that means some of the other guys aren't. So we just kind of stayed true to who we were defensively, and you know, this team hung 100 on us on our home court. So to hold them to 22 the second half on this court, credit to these guys. You know, Baylor did a great job on Telford today.
And Baylor, you coming off a triple-double in your last game, and you come on the road and you have 16 in the second half. What's working so well for you?
Just my teammates finding me in my spots to get open shots. You know, we're a very unselfish team, and that's what we pride ourselves on. And you know, any given night it can be anybody. And you know, tonight my teammates did a great job of finding me. Kalkbrenner set great flare screens for me to get some open shots. So it's really a whole team effort.
And Greg, we talked about this a little bit earlier. We're a month from Selection Sunday. What's the next step for this group?
One step at a time. That's what I've been talking. You know, we started with the Georgetown game and really talked about the value of these next 7 games. And you know, we're playing a team like Butler that's trying to get in the NCAA tournament and position themselves. So you're going to get their best shot. You're going to play in front of a great environment. And you know, now we go home to the #1 team in the country on Tuesday.
Baylor, final question for you. How important is it to have a guy like Ryan Kalkbrenner who can just patrol the lane the way that he does?
Yeah, I mean, it means everything to our defense and offense, honestly. Having a guy back there, you know, it takes a lot of pressure off us guarding the ball, knowing that if we do mess up, we got him back there to you know, clean us up.
Did you know he was going to challenge you as your best three-point shooter now?
Yeah, he was working on it.
Thank you, gentlemen. Congratulations.
Alfonso, thank you. So, as they like to say, it's not how you start, it's how you finish.